I think the event is a very interesting one because it brings scholars from all over the world to come to Africa, especially to South Africa and Johannesburg.
More than 100 countries across all over the world come to this conference, and we came from all the way from Kuwait to this conference. We believe that this conference is very, very important conference for constitution challenges for every country's constitution.
Well, it's been enormous fun, very exciting to see all the young people at the conference, and obviously a great pleasure to see the Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court and many of my friends and colleagues from around the world.
I just know that in spaces like this, you learn more than you would learn in books, in doing your own research, because immediately you're given cases that other countries have dealt with that have moved the needle. So you share that information.
I think it ties together a lot of very important themes in a very beautiful manner, and I find it very enjoyable. I liked that they included a cultural aspect at the opening ceremony. I very much enjoyed the panels that I've attended. It's brought together very impressive constitutional lawyers from all over the world.
It's one of the best I've attended so far in my career as an emerging constitutional scholar. It's very premier. The plenaries had very rich content.
The IACL is just thrilled to bring a World Congress to Africa for the first time. We're so excited to be here. I think that we probably have just about the greatest gathering of African constitutionalists that there's ever been. So we've brought them together so they can meet with each other, but also in a global context. And my experiences with World Congresses is that they are forums in which collaborations spontaneously emerge. And as I walk around the venue today, I can almost feel the energy and hear the collaborations emerging. So I think this will be an immensely important occasion, both for the association and I hope also, and I believe, for African constitutionalism. It's always moving to learn about the great South African transition, but being here, you see it in such a new, fresh and profoundly influencing way. And I will never forget touring the South African Constitutional Court yesterday evening and meeting the South African legend, former Justice Albie Sachs. And the reaction to him and to the court among the delegates was one of tremendous excitement. And I think that it will stay with all of us forever.
But it comes at a very perfect time where we've experienced coup d'etats almost every 8 months in Burkina Faso. We have countries that are still struggling, to have a correct, concrete stand on constitutional issues, or even to interpret or to design constitutions in our continent. We have South Africa that even after 28 years of what is termed as democratic system of governance, they still struggle to find interpretation provisions of the constitution. And this tells you that we are in a living continent, we are in a continent that continues to seek answers, and we are hoping that from this Congress we'll be able to find some of the answers that we have been looking for so many years.
Our constitution also, I think, particularly at this time, represents deep hope for the world, that in the face of a potential civil war and deep division, a liberation movement negotiated with an oppressive government and created a future founded on fundamental rights and the values of dignity, equality and freedom. In the past 25 years, we've also learned how difficult building such a society is, and so South Africa, in a way, is the perfect place to have discussions on how we govern society by a constitution and the rule of law, and entrench our deepest aspirations in the society through developing fundamental rights and the jurisprudence of courts on fundamental rights.
But I would also say that the theme of the conference, the transformative nature of the constitutions, is also very important at this point of time. The world is facing a lot of issues about poverty, inequality, and I think we really need transformation coming out in societies.
Our constitution is a product in part of the experiences of other nations all over the world which had constitutions before us, but also I think it will promote constitutionalism in the continent. I think that's very, very important, and the sharing of ideas is very important in this regard.